Okay, so we're taking a quick little look here at 212 because I need some short patterns here. Okay, and we're looking at that magic circle. By the way, it works just the opposite of the string-shaped circle. So if we're looking at that A shape here, okay, so now we got more fretboards than not. And this is a short shape, but I want to show you that it works in the short shapes so you can apply it to the long shapes. And that way the long shapes, all you have to do really is learn the root long shapes, which is the X3XL pentatonic and the S4L or S4E pentatonic. Okay, so the X3XL pentatonic is 5 6 root 2 3 5 6, and then on top of that would be the S4L pentatonic. Would be, it's better to look at it diatonically, 7 root 2 3 4 5 6 7 root, and then 2 3 4. So it's E shape, C shape, G shape, D shape. That's the S4E right there. So in the A shape we have here, we start a normal A shape pentatonic. We could play it diatonically too, which would be the S1A, the S4E, and so it's E shape. I should know this off the top of my head. It's an E shape, C shape, and then G shape, then D shape. Okay, and then an S1A on top. Okay, but we want to learn pentatonically because we're going to be adjusting that same pentatonic shape and making the F shape with it, and the G. The F by moving it up one string, the G by moving it down. But now, unlike just simply start caged from a different string, we're going to be staying in the same box. So we're going to be ignoring the notes that we're looking at and looking to play them by shapes. It's almost like, you got a guitar, it doesn't have any dots on it. You just know the shapes from where you're starting. So, or something like that. I'm sure is employed heavily in leads, playing leads and all kinds of things. So let's look at that. We want to play that A-shaped pentatonic because we're going to move that shape up. Okay, now here we go with move the shape up. A-shaped pentatonic. Okay, but we got to warp it up. So that's the fourth shape. I just did it by moving playing the A-shaped pentatonic, moving it up, and it becomes a D-shaped pentatonic. So I know that now. Let's play it one more time. Here's the A shape. This is root. Move it up one. Now I know it's a D shape, so I can come down on that D shape. I know the bottom of a D shape. Okay? And now when we take this pattern and move it down one, we get the fifth. It's a little harder to do, but here it is. That becomes E shape. So it's A shape, D shape, E shape. 1 4 5 4 5, or 4 5. Okay, so it becomes an E shape there, starting that A shape. So it works with the short patterns. That's wonderful. Now we want to apply it to the less familiar long patterns. Okay, so again, it's worth a look. Just to review for a minute here, we've got our root long patterns. This is all you have to memorize. The reason why I call it the A shape is because the A shape has a nice block of patterns here. So you get most of these two patterns in the A shape because E becomes the fifth of A, and remember these are being played from the fret nut. So imagine this is your fret nut here, okay? Real deal A. Imagine this is your fret nut. Can't play these at all. They're not there. There's a fret nut there, and the strings end there. So you play the A shape there because E becomes the fifth of A. 5 there, right? Kind of thing like that. And you get your 5 6 root 2 3 5 6, and then just take it into the E shape pattern, and you have to warp it up when you get to that warp. So A shape goes to G shape like that on the bottom there. I did it in E for you. I like to play it in C, the A shaped C. So you go, play the whole thing up one. So we only got to this 6 root again for the warp there. I'm starting to get a little wrist pain there. Got lazy, didn't want to go up to the root, the warp rather. This is really an important thing to work with and to internalize. So if you want to just practice something, I would just practice these guys first because these are the root shapes, okay? The other shapes are going to be based on these shapes. Alright, now it looks complicated, like, oh my gosh, there's 5 of these, 3, there's 15 different boxes, there's all these patterns. But they're all built on your same 5 string shapes. Okay? Where are they today? Where are string shapes today? Right here. Everything's built on these 5 string shapes. The C string shape, which is the top of the C box. The C string shape's just the bottom string. That's S1C right there. 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we have the A string shape, which is the next shape up, the C, the A shape C. You have just 5, 6 there. And then we go to the next cage up is going to be sharing that 6 is the G string shape. Okay, it's your G shape. And then up to the E string shape, sharing that 7 root with that G string shape. That's your E string shape, 7 root 2. But we play the E from the root. Now the Locrian 7th half diminished starts on that E, that B rather. I can substitute that 6th in there, and that is your Locrian 7th there. Then from the E string shape we go to the D string shape. I'm just going to octave down here. Here's your E string shape. Here's your D chord shape rather. Here's your D chord shape, E chord shape. It's going to be 2, 3, 4, and they share that 2. So this 7 root 2 up here. Okay, 7 root 2, 2, 3, 4 is your D string shape. So that's, that's something you want to internalize and practice, and you can use that to build, to build the shapes or diatonic scales as long as it counts. Just remember that the string shapes go in fifths, so it's C goes to G, G goes to D, D goes to A, and A goes to E. And if you count it, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2. That's how you put the string shapes together and make the scales.